Hey guys, welcome back to IT Garage, and today I'm unveiling probably the dumbest thing I've done to date. It took a while, but we made a deal. Most of the wheels spin. We're what, 50%?
Yeah, 2 out of 4.
Probably the worst car I've bought. There you go. 3 on the tree car. That's a first for me. So water was just pouring in the car, rusting out the floor, rotted out. So ruined Christmas. That probably leaks the significant rust. Brake pedal. Not that there's anywhere for that gas pedal mount, because there's a hole there. The glow of the Christmas lights so we got up. See if it burns down. Oh, well, that just broke it. Cool. Alrighty, let's see what it cranks. I don't know if you guys can see the gravity of this. Flick the points. I think we might have broke them. I guess I'll throw another 20 bucks at that. I don't know, it should be close enough to at least run, right? You're gonna need your set of keys. Let's see what we got. Well, probably just flooded it. Hopefully this means that Christmas is saved.
Did that scare you?
And it's just about Christmas time. So, guys, Merry Christmas. Appreciate all you guys watching this year. Tell your friends. Well, good morning, guys. It's Friday morning. Got the day off work. It is cold. Look at all the ice or frost on the Lincoln. We need to move the Edsel because we are bringing home a bucket list car for me. A 1963 Mercury Meteor. I've always wanted one of these cars. I think they're super mid-century, super sleek. The taillights are awesome. And yeah, I found one that's not too bad. I'll let you guys be the judge for the price with the title. So we're gonna go pick it up and see what we can do with this car in the next, basically over the winter. How far can we get it? Can we get it done? Can we cruise in it in the spring? Let's see. Thankfully, that went pretty uneventful. I actually lost the shifter cable in it this last week. Had to put a new one in just so we can move it. Basically, the geometry is off, but that's an Edsel problem, not a Mercury. So we're gonna get this straightened up just a little bit. We're gonna wait for my buddy to get here, and we're gonna go drive a few hours to go get this Mercury. All right, so we've made it to South Carolina about, what, 3.5 hours later?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we stopped and got breakfast in Biscuitville. Anyways, we're here in this little town outside Spartansville, and we are going to pick up this Meteor. I don't know if the guy wants us to film there yet, so I figure I'd give you all a heads up that we're almost there. And you gotta film when the cars stop because these roads are terrible, and we're in a van. So, all right, guys, well, we're here. It took a while, but we made a deal. So I'm gonna go help them load up this car. It's a cool little car. It's got a little bit more rust than anticipated, which is why we were working on making a deal. But nothing that shouldn't be too terribly detrimental to what we want to do with it. This isn't gonna be a concourse car. None of our stuff is. But let's get this thing going and see if we can get it running and driving and cruising around town. And maybe next spring we'll have another option to take to the local car shows and just go get groceries. Well, we are at a Cracker Barrel in front of a no parking sign, but I think we'll be all right. Got the Meteor loaded up, looking here pretty good. A little bit rougher than anticipated, but nothing too terribly wrong. A little bit of rust here. This fender, I think, has been replaced. It is solid all the way around. There's no rust on the outside of this car. It's got a little ding here, there. This is the worst rust in the body right here by a lot. However, it is lacking floors pretty good. You can see all the daylight over there. I guess we'll see how this thing turns out. We got to get tires on it. We got to get it running. It does spin, so not worried about getting it running. It'll be good. We'll get it going, get it back to the house. Most of the wheels spin. We're what, 50%?
Yeah, 2 out of 4.
2 out of 4. 1 in each corner. So we'll throw a little IT Garage sticker on it and get it back to the house after we get some dinner. This is a 1963 Mercury Meteor. It is probably the worst car I've bought to date, except maybe this one or this one. This is a car that I found on the internet, as you do with most things these days. it's seen better days. Although it's really not that bad, guys. This is the worst spot in the whole car. This has been repainted. Well, the whole car has been repainted, but this was damaged at one point, I should say. Quick story behind this car is I'm pretty sure they're Canadian made. That something with them originally being for the Canadian market only. And yeah, they ended up here for 3 years in 61, 2, and 3. The Meteor was originally used in Canada beginning in 1949 as its own brand. It wasn't until 1961 that it was brought down to the United States, initially as the base full-size Mercury, sold above the other mid-century space-aged named Comet. In 1962, it was later sold as a Ford Fairlane-sized car rather than the full-size. The Meteor was in between the smaller Comet and the larger Monterey. Sales were less than expected, and it was dropped in 1963. Sound familiar? The Meteor was the U.S.'s shortest-lived Mercury nameplate. This is a 63. This is a four-door sedan with a 260 V8 and a 3 on the tree. It has been sitting for quite a while. Somebody's got some jokes on here. You know, you are not alone. Haha. But this thing is absolutely filthy. It is rough. However, this car is solid. It is totally solid in the body because it has no floors. Let me show you. There you go. There are no floors in this car. The trunk is not that much better. So where it's good, it's good. The body's pretty solid. Not a lot of rust in the body. A little bit of surface rust, a dent here or there. Every piece of trim on the car is here. Even the little Mercury man right there. And my favorite part, the taillights. Both are here in decent condition. That one could use a little bit of help. The bumper's a little warped down there, but we'll see if we can maybe bend that up or find a better one. This piece right here is here. Usually it's broken right about here. So we're pumped to have that, along with all the various trim on this car. It is all here. Every little piece, except this headlight bezel. That's what it's supposed to look like. And that's what it is right now. I don't know what that's off of. If anyone knows what this is off of, that'd be fun to find out. So let's go ahead and start just digging into this car and show you guys kind of what we got here. Like I said, the body's super, super solid, and the engine's free. So not tonight, but in this video, we will see if we can get this thing running. And even if it does run, we can't really drive it yet because 2 of the 4 wheels are locked up. Because, of course, they are. So let's dig into this car, see what we can find, show you guys, give you a little introduction, see if we can get it running. All right, so like I said, underneath this hood, let's take one out of our, favorite YouTubers, and before we open the hood, let's see what else we got around here. Let's start in the interior, or lack thereof. As like I said, there are very little floors in this car. However, the seats are surprisingly not that bad. We are going to clean these up and try to use these things because I am not upset with how these things look. I guess I haven't seen the bottom of the front bench because it's underneath this. So maybe we'll go ahead and pull that out and see what we're working with. Looks like we're missing the radio. Gonna need to find that. But how cool is that dashboard? All those metal switches and knobs, and got the leather wrapped steering wheel. This is a 3 on the tree car. That's a first for me. I've had a lot of stick shift cars. Not a lot, but I've had a few stick shift cars, but never a 3 on the tree car. So this will be a learning experience. And what's in the glove box? There is no glove box. I do have some papers inside that the guy gave me. He must have been the one that pulled the glove box out. Just some old registration papers and things like that. Nothing too fancy, or fun, I should say. We do have the original owner's manual, which has the original owner's name in it. And most importantly, we have a title. But back to the interior. The story goes, this side of the car is so rough, hence no door panel. See, we got one over there. No door panel and no floor because apparently this window is down for, I heard, 15 years. So water was just pouring in the car, rusting out the floor, and killed the door panel here. Because I believe the rest of the door panels are here. No, the one over there is off too. But these door panels are totally salvageable for a daily driver. Not a daily driver, but a driver quality car. They're a little warped. That one's missing. But check out the headliner. It needs cleaned up, but it's here, which is better than the Buick down there. The Buick has no headliner, and it sucks. That's my least favorite part about that car. But the floors back here are all right. There's a little spot right there and another underneath here. But nothing that is like overly too upsetting. If you like Edsels, like myself, we've got a couple around here, 59, 58. These window cranks and door pulls have got to be the same. Take a little look real quick. So there they are, but yeah, those are exactly the same. How cool is that? So one more fun fact. The turn signal lens down there, I am almost positive is this exact turn signal lens. Now maybe that's the difference, is that this is clear and that one's orange. Feel free to argue in the comments. Let me know I'm wrong. Let's go ahead and look in the trunk now and see what we got going on in there. Let's open this thing up. And this trunk is like really light. I think counterbalance is the word they used. But that is the original color. It is more of a gold, and this is more of a brown. So the car has been resprayed, but let's take a look at the inside. Just a little vent there. I will kind of ignore that. There's a bunch of little ones right there, but it seems like we have all 4 sill plates and the 2 door panels that are missing, along with all 4 hubcaps. And just for laughs, I don't know if you guys saw in the video already, but I put one on right there. Nice little hubcap. I'm usually more of a dog dish type of guy, but I do like the full caps on this car. I think they look good, and these ones, as far as I know, they're in like surprisingly good condition. We'll look at those later. However, the worst part on this car, in my opinion, is this right here. All this whole rail is just rotted out. So, sucks with these old cars. You win some, you lose some. And that is unfortunately where I lost some on this one. But, like I said, everything's here. I'm just super pumped to get going on this thing. And I hope you guys are excited about this as I am. And I hope that this does not ruin Christmas. You know, we're not a big operation here. Adding another car to the fleet while waiting to sell that one until the spring is a big deal. Not something that we took lightly. All right, let's see what we got underneath this hood here. Hopefully we got enough light. We're running out. There we go. A 260 V8 that is not locked up. We have coolant in the little overflow. And is there any in here? And none in there. Totally bone dry. So that probably leaks. All the wires are here. These spark plug wires look fresh, honestly. Like concerningly fresh. Can I get this wire off? Nope, I cannot. They are sealed on there. Something about an aluminum pump versus a cast pump lets you know it's a 260 or 289 or a 302. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what exactly that means. But everything's here. I hate being that guy, but it looks like they just parked it. Now, obviously they parked it for a reason. What was that reason? Could it be the significant rust? Let's hope so. Let's take a look at the carburetor. Oh, there we go. Carburetor's not locked up. Master cylinder is a single pot master cylinder. We'll probably just replace that with a fresh one. I did the conversion on this car. It wasn't the best of times. It took a long time. It was kind of frustrating. So let's just see if we can get this thing back on the road, and then we'll worry about upgrading safety features later. How's the clutch? Okay. That feels like it's doing something. Brake pedal. Goes straight to the floor. Doesn't come back up. And there is a gas pedal, but no gas pedal. Not that there's anywhere for that gas pedal to mount, because there's a hole there. So, like I said, in this video, we're just going to try to get this thing running. Maybe we'll start tearing into the brakes to see if we can get it at least rolling or stopping. It'd be nice to flip her around a little bit, because I added that other light over there so we can work on the engine with lights. And yeah, because of the way that we towed it in here, it's kind of stuck this way. Just hope that we can get this thing running pretty easy. Maybe we'll do it by the glow of the Christmas lights that we got up. We will see where we end up with this thing here in the next couple days. Gotta go get a battery and a couple other things before we start throwing some gas down this carburetor, and we'll go from there. And honestly, I'll probably just steal the one out of the Buick, but let's be real, it's just kind of getting dark, and the way that I have this set up right now, I won't have any light. You won't be able to see anything, so we're just going to go ahead and wait till tomorrow. I'm going to go inside and keep on editing the other Buick video, which if you haven't seen that yet, go give that a watch. Alrighty, so here we are today. I got the leaf blower and blew this out. Not much going on in here. Surprisingly clean for considering how long it's been sitting, and not a lot of mice damage that I'm seeing so far. So pumped about that. That's really, really impressive. Happy about that. Lack of mice damage aside, we are going to go ahead and pull the plugs on every cylinder and throw just a little bit of juice down there, you know, try to help these things out. It hasn't been turned over in a long time, at least 4 or 5 years. It's not like, again, it's not locked up, but we're gonna help this out, give it every chance of survival that we can. I'm just gonna do one at a time, nothing too crazy, just pull wires, spray some PB Blast down inside, kind of lube it up a little bit, and then we'll probably go steal the battery off the Buick down there, throw that in here, see if it burns down, and we'll kind of go from there and see what happens. But first things first, we're gonna lube up all the cylinders, and I'll probably just catch y'all when we're done. Listen to some music in the meantime. We went down to the Buick and got the battery with the handle on it, so we're gonna go ahead and throw this in there. I checked the oil. There is oil in it. It doesn't smell too much like gas. It's still there, so we're gonna use it. See if it'll crank on it. If it cranks and runs, then we'll change it. It's good, it's there. Leave it as is. So let's go ahead and get this battery hooked up. Get her thrown in here. This battery tray is about gone. You have to figure that out. All right, we're live. Let's go ahead inside and twist the key and see what happens. But first, we're gonna pop this off so that we don't fire, and we are going to disconnect the fuel line down there from the fuel tank. So that's like just a flathead screwdriver. We'll get that done. We do not want to be sucking up any bad gas from the fuel tank. From the hole in the fuel tank, I can tell you it's bad gas. Instead of a little bit of a goofy angle, a socket would probably be better, but it still feels like it's going to be sealed on there. We'll use our little to-go socket set. It's going to have all the sizes right here. Well, if we can get this thing open, oh, well, that just broke it. Cool. That will never shut again. Good one. Anyways, let's find the size we need and get this thing going. And you know what? That fuel line's so hard, it's not going to be good anyways. I'm just going to cut it. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time. We don't have unlimited time, so I can't be messing around with something that's not even worth it. Yep. That was crunchy. So let's take a second, go put the key in and see what happens. Okay, well that right there feels like neutral. I guess we'll find out. Well, I don't know where my starter switch is, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and give her a little crank right here and see if it fires off. Alrighty, let's see if it cranks. Well, kinda. It looks like we have power in the car. The ignition is a little bit goofy. So let's go ahead and just kind of jump this right here and see if we can get this thing to crank. All right, well now that we got the neighbor's dog barking over there, I got this cleaned up. It seemed that the battery has been off it for a long time, so the terminals were just a little rough. So I was going to wire brush out, cleaned it up a little bit, and hopefully it'll be better. So let's go inside and try to crank this one more time and see if we can actually get this thing to roll over a little bit. I peeked underneath it, and the starter actually looks pretty new. And like I said, those wires look new, so maybe somebody did have this running not too long ago. So let's just go ahead and get this spinning a little bit, get some oil pressure built up in it, hopefully, before we really start cranking on this thing and see if it'll fire. Alrighty, so she spins pretty good, and the best part is it sounds pretty even. There's a little bit of a gallop, but no huge gallop, so which makes sense because it's been sitting for quite a while. So let's go ahead and see if we have spark, and we'll kind of go from there, right? Let's see if we can hear or see some spark. All right, I don't think I heard anything, so let's go ahead and pull the cap and give the points a little bit of a flick. Oh, yeah, that that rotor is sending no spark anywhere. That's the worst one I've ever seen. I don't know if you guys can see the gravity of this. It's not good. So we might need to hold off on this until tomorrow. I'm gonna get some parts ordered, probably just the cap and rotor. The wires all seem to be pretty good. I think I even have a coil, an extra coil for the Buick, technically. That should be good. So if that's the issue, then we have an extra coil too. Or we could take one off the Edsel, or the one that's in the Buick. You know, we have realistically 3, and this one should be good. I don't see why it wouldn't be, especially if the guy was saying it just ran a few years ago. But I guess what we can do is hit this with a little bit of sandpaper, steel wool, knock it off, and clean up the inside of that cap, and see if we can even get it to bark off tonight. Clean the inside of the rotor, in the inside of the cap and the rotor, flick the points. I think we might have broke them, but I mean, we're basically done for the night. So let's see if we can just throw a little bit of carb cleaner down there and get this thing to light off. Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be playing with the Meteor again. Very excited to get this car running. Hopefully it happens. Went and picked up some parts. We've got Napa cap, Napa rotor, Napa points. Napa had things in stock, no one else did. We also picked up some 2-stroke fuel and a starter switch because I can't find mine. I have no idea where it went. So I guess I'll throw another 20 bucks at that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this engine opened up. Then we will get the cap rotor points installed. We'll try again, see what happens. Alrighty, so like I said the other day, we have a good coil in a couple different cars. Not worry about the coil. What we are going to do is cap, rotor, points. Make sure your battery's disconnected, and let's go ahead and get these points out of here. This is only my second time doing points. The other time was in the that Courier that I had, so be nice or don't be nice. I don't know. Alright, move the camera a little bit. Move the microphone towards me so maybe you can hear me better. Excuse the ambulance and the bumpus dogs that will follow it. It is Christmas time, so gotta make a Christmas story reference. Alright, ambulance is passed. I'm gonna go ahead and get these installed. Alright. And now I get to look up how to grease and set points again. So I'll be back when I find out and let you know. I did some research. It's 0.17. So now I got to find that here. There's 0.35, 0.15, 13, 17. There we go, right there. All nice and oily from Craftsman. All right, so this is 0.17, which is what it said online. And what you need to do is you'll take this top screw once you get all this back together, and that's your adjustment screw. And we need to get your point on the very edge of that lobe down there. And once on the very edge, and you can take your gauge and stick it in there. I can't do this with one hand, so I'm gonna have to set you guys down. So once you get that set, tighten it down, it should be good to go. And I don't know, it should be close enough to at least run, right? I guess we'll find out. Alrighty, we got those set. Again, not why you watch this channel, to learn how to set points. Somebody else is a much better video, I'm sure of it. So let's compare the rotors. They look about the same. Look at the new, oh, sorry about that. We'll get the new rotor on here. That you can definitely install, no problem. Throw the new cap on here. It looks, again, looks the same. We'll pop one off at a time, get it on there, set it down. We should be good to go. Alrighty, we got the cap, rotor, and points set up there. We got our little battery charger down here, making sure that this thing's gonna be good to go when we are ready to twist the key. And we're gonna take a little bit of carb cleaner and throw it down the throat and see if we can get this thing to bust off. But first, you're gonna need your set of keys to turn it on. Then we're actually gonna use the jumper switch out here and jump it. So we're not quite ready yet, but we're close. Nice. All right, I got the jump pack. Let's see what we got. Shoo! Just like that, she runs. A little smoky out the back, but that's expected with all the stuff we threw down there. So let's get you guys back here a little bit so you can see any smoke out the back or any explosions in the front, I guess. Alrighty, well now it is time to fill the bowls, I would say, and see what we can get out of there. Well, probably just flooded it. Let's see what happens. Got much smoke out the back? No, not too much. Awesome, awesome. Well, it runs. Hopefully this means that Christmas is saved. No, it's all good, but it definitely is a big relief to have this thing at least fire off. And I mean, come on, guys. We put in points and a carburetor, not a carburetor. You saw what we did. You know what we did. Jeanette's getting home now, so we can show her, see what she thinks. All right, we got Jeanette here. Olivia, the dogs are barking. And let's see what she thinks.
Nervous.
Nervous?
Is it gonna be really loud and scare the baby?
Probably not.
I don't believe you.
Ready?
Yeah.
It runs.
What's up?
What's up? We're working on the car.
What's up?
You gonna help?
Say, why doesn't it run well? What's up?
What's up?
Ready? Here it goes again. Ready?
Huh?
I thought it
It
rained.
ran better than either of these two did. Yeah. So.
It ran better than these two today. Can you do that? It's not a tough competition. Whoa!
Here, you say yay, Olivia?
Say yay!
Yay! Or what's up?
Say what's up?
No, you see the swing down there.
Don't say it.
Sorry.
I'm not going down there right now. Oh.
Blew you down. But, alright, well, we got it running. So let's go ahead and just kind of clean up the rest of the stuff. And I have this other carburetor that's actually a 2-barrel just like this. So we're going to go ahead and probably throw that on. It's been rebuilt, so maybe we can actually get it to run with that. And then we'll throw some water and antifreeze in the radiator and see how far we get on this thing.
Get over here. Hey, hey. Get over here. What? Can you say, what's up?
What's up?
What's up?
The dome light works. How cool is that?
Did that scare you?
Well, guys, it runs, which is awesome because that means now I know it's worth really digging into. So that's it for now. But in the near future, you can find brakes. We're going to get them unstuck because this one's locked up. That one's locked up. Get good brakes on it. Throw a new master cylinder in here. Hopefully we don't have to replace any brake lines, but we'll see. The big thing is floors. This thing needs floors. I know you've seen the thumbnail, and I don't know if I showed you. I'm going to show you again. There is not a lot of floors in this car. There's my light. There's work to be done. I just love this little car. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun to drive, and it sounds pretty good. So stay tuned, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out. And it's just about Christmas time. So, guys, Merry Christmas. Hopefully we see y'all next year. I really appreciate all you guys watching this year. Tell your friends. If each one of you tell your friends, we'll be monetized. We can really make some cool things happen. So, tell your buddies. Appreciate it. We'll catch you in the new year. See you next time.